Hello, it is me. Testing, testing. Is the stream on? I don't know who I'm testing to. I'm testing to myself. I think the answer is yes. But I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again. Weekly mode. Week of climbing and ascent in video games. I don't know what this is. I'm curious. No, climbing and ascent in video games refer to titles where upward movement, elevation, or reaching a summit plays a central role. This can appear as a primary mechanic, a core objective, or a symbolic element of progression. These games may include realistic climbing simulations, physics-based challenges, or narrative-driven journeys, often emphasizing themes of perseverance, exploration, and overcoming obstacles. All things I don't want anything to do with. Oh shit. I don't want to do Classic Weekly. I don't know if I can do it. Huh. It's the climb. It was Everest VR. I saw a snowy mountain and I clicked Max Streak 1 to 2. There's 22 of them? What? It's Ice Climber. That's crazy. I can't do 22 of them. That's insane. I'm not doing the weekly. I started the stream late anyway. We're not doing the weekly on top of that. We'd be here. Like, I'd do a 2-hour stream and like 5 minutes of them would be The Last Sovereign. That shit's crazy. Now, I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Like, legitimately zero zilch. Could be like a Dead or Alive poster. They like to do their little red. I'm reminded of Raging Loop, but the actual like leather doesn't fit. It is kind of stylish though. I mean, it could be Raging Loop. The colors fit. It could be 12 minutes as well. No, 12 minutes is way more stylized. That's not Dead or Alive. I was thinking Dead or Alive too, but... This gives me Huarang vibes for some reason. It isn't like a Yakuza or something, is it? There isn't a Huarang game. I mean, I'll do a Dead or Alive. Even though you say it's not, I'll just do a Dead or... there's only these. There's no way it's one of them. Yeah. Boost. Destroy. Wait, is that garbage? Oh my god, it's like hell something. Right to Hell Retribution, is that what this is? No. I could swear this is one of those really garbage games. Aw. Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. Nice. Sounds like a good game. Mad World. It's not Mad World, is it? I have seen you before. Seek and Destroy. I mean, he's got the fucking JoJo Part 4 Baitsa Dustu as his weapon. This is too familiar to me to be nothing. I should know what this is, I feel. It's not No More Heroes. right? I'm thinking the one I haven't played, the newest one, but it looked like graphically it also looks wrong. Because it's not Trevor or anyone else from the earlier ones. I'm stumped, and it's annoying me somewhat fierce. This wasn't how I wanted to start the stream. I wanted to start with like a feeling of, being intelligent. Also, the bot hasn't gone off yet either. I guess we're only 5 minutes in, but usually the bot perks up at around now. I'll give it like 2 more minutes. Just gotta find something that ends with Ed. I don't think it's The Last of Us, I might be real. I don't think it's Elder Scrolls 4. Star Wars also seems wrong. Police Quest 3, The Kindred. There's too much, right? There's no way that fits. We're doing this seriously, I'm writing it down. Oh my god, it scrolled all the way up. We're doing it from the other side so I don't waste time. BattleBit Remastered, I don't think so. I don't think it's a remastered title. It might be Dark Souls Remastered. Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. I feel like that's a better guess than Police Quest. Yeah. Shadows of the Damned. I was never getting that. You know it's a good sign when the video is age restricted? I'll do a... what have I named the role? It's not Linus Tech Tips. Rules and roles. It's the... Stream alerts, yeah. Never mind, bot was just incredibly slow. I love that the bot did the alert when I when I was ready to post it. Hello above. Well, Mario kind of helps here. Double dash. Might be too late. Okay, it's the DS one, right? So I think it's the DS one. 64? Yeah. I was about to say the Discord notification didn't work. It went out the instant I was ready to post it myself. For once I was on the ball and I was like, okay, so it hasn't posted in 10 minutes, it's time to post it myself. And then it posted it exactly when I was about to post it. What are we looking at here? This is an interesting thing on the bottom, but I don't... Like, Ibuki? It's not, right? Like, who? Dragon Quest character? Fucking... No. Suikoden character? The vest doesn't feel familiar enough to me. Maybe I haven't played this game. Maybe I have. The art style feels very Dragon Quest. The shading is Dragon Quest, for sure. Jessica. Give me franchise. This character is insanely familiar. This character is so familiar. It is not Dragon Quest. Is it Suikoden? It's not, right? Breath of Fire. It's not Golden Sun. Could be one of the Final Fantasies I haven't played, like 10. I haven't played 10. Could be like 12, maybe. But it feels like the completely wrong art style for it. Or you could give up. Wow, you're such a fucking asshole. It is Felix from Golden Sun. Brother. Really? I remember playing Golden Sun on my hacked 3DS, or not 3DS, regular DS, years and years and years ago. I do not remember Felix in the slightest. Oh! Oh! I played Golden Sun 1. I have not played Golden Sun 2. That might explain it, if he's only that way in Golden Sun 2. This is the Golden Sun nobody cares about? Okay, cool, because I was so sure that, like, I felt like, did I not play Golden Sun? I swear to God I finished Golden Sun. The final boss music of Golden Sun is like so fucking good. I adore also the general battle theme. Fusion Dragon. I love this theme. It's gonna kick in. Sets the tone so well. What the fuck is this view distribution? People only care about this part. From 10 seconds in to 50, and that's all. Nothing after that point at all. This is the cool part. That's a good ass game. Interesting. Yeah. Good game. The first one. The second one, not the... No clue. No clue. This is the theme everyone remembers, the Isaac theme. They all start like that. I played a Warcraft 3 custom map that had this song playing in it, which I don't know... Like, not a lot of maps use custom music for, I assume, space reasons, because you only had a limited amount of space for each map. But they had like a raid fight, and they just used the Isaac theme for it. They're like, fuck it. We need cool music, just put in the Isaac theme. Which I respect. That's like a good use of real estate. I need a bingo card for the stream. What? What do you mean about that? What? I didn't even... I pressed... What? Mentioning Warcraft needs to be a space. I feel so targeted. Are you saying that, like, I default to the same stories every time because I haven't experienced, like, the breadth of that the world has to offer? So really, I'm like a shallow pond that doesn't have a lot to draw from because my upbringing was fairly uneventful and not worth talking about. That's cruel of you. Like, that's not what the streamer wants to hear, you understand? Like, ideally, we keep a little bit of the illusion going that I'm an interesting human being. Crafting, apocalypse, scavenging, parachuting... I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's... Battle Royale? I don't give a fuck. No... Well... What? No, it's not. It's fucking... Started as a zombie survival MMO. Huh? Project Zomboid? No way, right? H1C1? Oh yeah. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, the garbage DayZ ripoff. Well, I did DayZ and it didn't allow it. DayZ was my first guess. This is the bad ripoff of DayZ. I think the original creators of DayZ made it as well. It's not like we don't have plenty of in-jokes anyway. We don't have enough. Really, the main motivator for me streaming more frequently is that we can generate more in-jokes faster. That's like fairly important to me. What is this, an Incubus prison? Didn't we get out? I guess we stopped on the, you know, the save at exiting the Incubus prison. You misunderstand? In-jokes are jokes about motels? I hate you! That is exactly the type of thing I would set up to troll a streamer. Why are you so like me? It annoys me to no end. Why am I so annoying? I really like Estera's eyes. They look like snake eyes. That's one thing I want to do better while streaming. It's not. I don't know if it's what's the word? I don't know if it's something that's noticed or something people care about yet, but it's like one of the be a better streamer things. When I play this game, especially in the later parts of it, I was better with it earlier on, but so much is happening now that it's easy to just go with the flow. I feel like whenever I have like a thought about the game as a whole or like an interesting anecdote about the game, I should stop more and actually take time to voice it. I feel like I've had some streams where I basically don't say anything interesting and kind of just let the game speak for itself, which is fine maybe, but it's not why I would watch a stream of the game, if that makes sense. At least as someone who's played it before, which, you know, I haven't. And most people watching haven't either. So, or I don't know if that's true. Maybe most people have played it at this point, if we look at all the vaults and stuff. Yeah, exactly, Dank. But the interesting part there is that you're not here for me either, because you're so rarely here at all. But, you know, I respect the comment. I appreciate it. I will not take your opinion into consideration because you leave, like, you're here for 2 minutes and then leave. So, your takes have like a fraction of the value of the people that are here constantly, which honestly, in my head, that also translates to like your general value as a human being, because how could you? I remember you fucking hugging me while insanely drunk, going, "You're so good, Pipsqueak, you're so good." And now you don't even stay for more than like 2 minutes in a stream. What a fucking betrayal. I need you to understand that like there are levels to this. Anyway, I'm refilling my drink. once again ask if you can hear the noise of me carbonating this water. Give it like 20 seconds and see if it comes through the microphone. I have a feeling it won't overpower the music anyway, but I think it's interesting to see because I do it across the entire fucking room and I've heard it's audible before. Also, very yes. You hear it? That's crazy. Interesting. Who's spamming the Star Trek doors? Is that what it sounds like? It's nice ambiance. It's crazy because it actually comes through my like noise cancelling headset. They start like if I'm too close to it, they start popping. The noise cancelling just freaks out from the pressure. Thanks, stopped falling for trash characters. I might have trash character, but I have more character than you ever will have. Hello, Sahad. No way you drink carbonated water. I don't right now. I drink. I have a like carbonation station or whatever, but I use it with Saft. So like fucking. It's not carbonated water. It's currently, I think it's cactus flavor, like cactus and lime flavor, I think is what it is. Everything changed when you went Game 5 versus Dank. Lemonade is the English word. Lemonade is not the same thing as Saft. Lemonade is a completely different thing. I love lemonade. Saft is not lemonade. Maybe there's some overlap there, but there's definitely a different type of lemonade than Saft. Let me double check if there is overlap. Saft och engelska. There is no straight translation? Exactly. That's fine. It's syrup is what it is. Or apparently squash is a better translation. Squash is the closest. It's not squash. Interesting. Syrup is what I would imagine, you know, the correct translation. But life is not about being correct. It's about being right, which there's a massive distinction there. And I'm unfortunately neither most of the time. I gotta grab my footrest because I need to imagine that Dank is the footrest to assert my dominance. Okay, we're prepped for the stream. There's no straight translation. Is there a gay translation? They tend to be better anyway. Use me. Squeeze me. Ice me. Yeah, I got you. Are you done with the Simon Hellhole? Yes, we finished it last stream, and we're just now starting the. Why can't I scroll up here? The fuck? Oh, because it's the first line of dialogue this stream. We saved on the final screen, and we are now starting the post-Simon Hellhole level drain dungeon. I don't know if it counts as a spoiler. Yeah, cleared the Dark Castle? I did. I did clear the Dark Castle. I also bugged out the game. I bugged out the game so that I didn't need to use the unpeople consumable to clear the status effect. because they just died without using it, and I didn't even crit. I don't know how that happened. Saying that just associated Munch with Robber, and that is an upgrade they don't deserve. It's very funny. But yes, we are out of the hellhole. I did get spoiled, I suppose, not in a major way, but I read the YouTube comment on the last VOD, and they said, that was not the Terra dungeon I was referring to. So apparently what I thought was the Giga Mega Fuck Off dungeon was not the Mega Giga Fuck Off dungeon, and we still have at least one Mega Giga Terra Fuck Off dungeon left in the game. Don't know anything beyond that, but that was, you know, encouraging to hear. Very good for our prospects. But we did clear this one, and we did so basically perfectly. Empress, are you alright? The two islands collided. What about the rest of the harem? There's a hell of a lot of game left, so not surprising. I've been using the Steam achievements as my way to like track progress in the game. Let me see, where are we at on the Steam achievements, percent-wise? We have 128 out of 169 achievements, and I imagine at least like 10 of them have to be, you know, alternate routes or things we like didn't do, like the TKO achievement. So I'd wager we have like 20% left, 15% left of the game, which is a lot of hours, yes. That's like, where are we at? That's about 30 hours or something, right? 25 to 30 hours. They were teleporting out. Only 1-2 are alt routes? That's crazy. Never mind, we're fucked. That's like 40 hours. They were teleporting out, but they'll have to fend for themselves. What's the situation? A few more ships fled the Lord of Blood's island, plus the remains of his and other fleets. They're all scattering everywhere. Forget that. What about giant falling rocks? Oh yeah, no one caught this reference at the end of the last stream, but I said, haha, Mario 64. It's watch out for falling rocks. And no one got it, and I got so disappointed. There's no time. I need to decide about all the ships in range. Oh my god. Right, so what happened was we got decisions thrust in front of us, and I was extremely tired from doing the entire dungeon in like a 6-hour stream, so I was like, I don't think I should do the segment. A few more ships fled the Lord of Blood's island, plus the remains of his and other fleets. They're all scattering everywhere. Do we care? I think my answer is I don't give a fuck about the ships. Like, the Lord of Blood is such a non-player. And if we kill him, his forces are gonna be nothing. So I'm gonna say conserve energy. Thank you for your help, Empress, but now, where are the floating islands going to fall? The floating core was mostly destroyed, so the question is how long the supporting spells can keep the rest in the air. Let's hope that both crash into the water. Then what do you intend to do? Our fleet could still use help tracking down the airships headed to the continent. Anyone can do that. I'm the only one who could safely go down to the islands and loot the Lord of Blood's vaults before they're destroyed. We will do as you think best, Empress. Do we care about... But, like... Loot, money... I really think assist fleet is correct, but I want to see what's on the island. So I'm gonna do loot islands, and if there's nothing, I'm gonna immediately be like, I don't give a fuck. Found a liquid sex. Oh, these are useful. A nice present for Simon's harem, perhaps. Found a shining sword. Okay. Kirby, you might be the smartest person in our entire, like, convoy. You're actually just correct. What kind of garbage is this? Well, I suppose I might as well pass it along. That went more smoothly than I expected. Simon cleared up more of the island than I thought. I thought this was done in MS Paint. It might still be. This might be the single worst graphic in the entire game, and I adore it so much. Okay, the fleet hasn't done too badly in my absence. Now, unless something goes wrong... Empress! New ships are approaching from the south! Damn it. What now? I'm late to the party, but hopefully not unwelcome. Queen Filial. Empress, I understand that the war has evolved significantly since my airships departed. They can still help finish the fight in the air. I'll have your underlings talk to mine. You know, I've always liked you, ever since you swaggered into the gathering. You'll forgive me for not leaping into your arms since then. Oh, admittedly, you might not have enjoyed it, even if you would have loved it. Freak. But I'm a reformed empress now, or some kind of nonsense like that. I look forward to working with you. The airships that could arrive in time won't be overwhelming, but our coordination in the aftermath should be essential. You arrived here surprisingly quickly, given the distance and how little warning you had. I felt the attack through my new connection to Simon. It's grown rather strong, so I could act quickly. Well then, by harem standards, we're sisters. I wouldn't mind a threesome with some real culture. Normally I'd say something sarcastic about flattery, but now, just what happened to Simon? I've never felt him so absent. I want to point out, the fact that we're still in the air here, I know they said that time passed way faster on the inside than on the outside, but I didn't think we were still, like, I guess, hours passed on the outside. Oh. Simon isn't out. You know, it's incredibly annoying that Genmelas pointed that out before the text did, but only by like a split second. So what happened was I read your message and I was like, really? And then I clicked he's trapped in a tower prison. I was like, fuck! I got owned! Why did I speak ahead of time? I'm dumb! He's trapped in a tower prison. We can fill you in later, but for now we need to wrap this up so we can rescue him. It looks like the battlefield is split between the falling islands and the ships still fighting. We'll handle the latter. With you here, I'm finally free to take more extreme action. The subordinates on the airship aren't in the clear yet, but the bigger priority is all the scattering fleets. Looks like there are 3 fleets in my teleportation range. The question is which one to strike. Sirantia and Takan could both have real trouble with extra airships, since their weak nations already sorely tested. I invested, like, probably upwards of 4 million in Takan, and, like, a total of probably, like, 3 million in Sirantia. These motherfuckers have to, like, be fine. Sirantia especially, I did the whole reconstruction bullshit, and it hasn't done shit for me yet. You better be okay. The one I'm disappointed in is New Javini. Have you invested in their anti-air defenses? Takan, no. I don't recall if I did with Sirantia. Let me see if I have it in my spreadsheet real quick. That I barely use now. Actually, that's a thing I really appreciate. I thought that we would move into a situation where I use the spreadsheet more frequently, but I think the peak of that was definitely middle of Chapter 4. I haven't written it down, but there were a bunch of investments I didn't write down. I don't recall. Fuck it, we did military airships for Yihilin, so we're fine. We can just send them everywhere. The one I'm disappointed in is New Javini. If the defenses had been stronger, or there had been fewer airships remaining... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Not much point conserving energy now, since the war in the air is nearly over. I'm gonna... Okay, so... If there's no prompt after this one... I'm just not gonna conserve energy on the first prompt. Because I don't see a reason... well, we'll see. But I want to see what happens if I keep less energy for this. But I would assist New Javini more than anything. Another fleet down. With all other Incubus Kings removed, I'm virtually unopposed. What the hell is going on back there? Empress, help us! What were they doing? Trying to rescue Succubi from the islands? That's a good way to get themselves killed. Given the state of the fleet and the damage to the airship, this could go very badly for them. Okay, good. I was afraid that would be the last decision. Go all out to help. Interesting. I mean, I do kind of want the Shining Sword. Go along with Cyberfy is what I would do, right? Or wait. Yeah, I understand all. Like, the reason I mentioned it is if I did the initial assistance instead of the one that gave me a Shining Sword, I would have enough to go all out. But I'm trying to figure out, do I even want to go with Sabifa? It really depends on if we think that nothing else is going to happen. I'm feeling these choices out, and I don't have enough information, but my brain says send Sabifa. There's no way they're strong enough that, like, it makes a difference if it's just Sabifa or me. Thank you so much. We would have died if not for Sabifa. But the Agnostic, there was no way to save it. Was there? I'm sure Simon will be glad about the live save. Ah, but we lost a valuable asset. You know, I don't think I care for a Shining Sword, actually. I know I've been trolling about it the entire time. This feels like a clear-cut case of don't care about a Shining Sword. And I know, it might be crazy to say, but I don't think I do. Also, Liquid Sex is an endgame equipment. Fuck you, Sahad. Fuck you. Okay, but... Which one is the Agnostic? Do I have info on that? Do we know where the agnostic is? Because they don't even mention it here. It's the main ship. But just a ship. I wouldn't say just a ship. I'm gonna do this first. I'm really curious about something. I want to see both of these. Thank you so much. We would have died if not for you. What? Didn't I pick agnostic? Didn't I pick the agnostic one? Did I pick the wrong option? It's just that I thought the dialogue would change. I assumed the dialogue change would happen. What I'm curious about is if you do the ships before, but only 25 invested, go all out would save it, is what you're saying? I'm gonna see what happens here. I'm mapping this out. How does this change the situation? Okay, so I get the same choice here. Let's pretend I do loot island. Which, you know, I would never do. I care about the people. Did she complain? Oh yeah, she's disappointed in New Javini. Like, what I would do here is just conserve energy and go all out on the next one. What the hell is going on back there? Yep, help us! Wow, help us! Ooh. They're somewhat defended by the remaining fleet, but that doesn't mean they'll be fine without help. Interesting. That changed. Let's see what happens here. Alright, everyone fine? I've decided not to second guess myself in that the way I would play this is I would definitely check out the different options. So if it's like a series of choices like this, I'm gonna map it out like I would on a single player playthrough. We are. Thank you very much. That's what I did this time, Munch. That was what I did this time. We've done enough for now. Land and begin repairs and medical treatment. We aren't going to assist the others. This war has spread too far. If we haven't done enough now, the others will have to pick up the slack. I trust that we're strong enough everywhere. I'm down with that. We saved the ship, and honestly, I care more about the ship than I do New Divini. Is this music original from the game? The one that's playing right now, or the one from before? Because this one is a generic RPG Maker song. It's played in so many different... The one from before, it might be from this game, yeah? I'm pretty sure it's from this game. Or rather, what I mean by that is it's a library that's not in the default RPG Maker library, and it's a library that they've taken, maybe licensed to use. But like, I don't think anyone made the music for it. I think they probably just took a license for it. Huh, I know I said I'd look into Aram, but how did it end up with the four of us? Don't fucking look at me. I just grabbed the sexiest people nearby. Pure instinct. You two can get a room later. What exactly are we trying to do here? They teleported us to one of the points most disturbed by Tower forces. Unfortunately, I think that it was a pretty rough estimate. I suppose we should take a look around, then? This area looks occupied, so we can ask Aramites if anything's happened. No insight from you, Trin? Tanarak wasn't exactly letting me in on all his plans, plus I think he's improvising at this point. But like I said, he's predictable. It'll be something that causes a lot of standard suffering, maybe trying to get Aram to start a war or something. The three of us will handle the fighting. Are you up for some of your usual? I'm pretty fucking exhausted, but I'm up for a copy or two. Alright, let's roll out. Sexy time for us once we've ensured sexy times for all. Wow. Succubi moment. Oh my god, it feels so fucking weird to be able to pause. Oh, it feels so weird to be able to save anywhere. Okay, let's look. Save file now is 161 hours and 58 minutes, so 162 hours basically. Let's see, what's the save file right at the start? Yeah, so that was that's honestly less than I thought. 157 and a half. Only 5.5 hours. I thought that was longer than that. But fair enough. Amethyst Vineyard region. Okay. Oh, it feels so weird to be able to save. What's this? Oh, hey, look at this point. I don't see anything. It's more of a magical sensation. Someone was twisting tower magic here. In theory, you could work backwards to the source. Oh, great. Could this help us stop Tanarak? It could if I wasn't entirely out of my depth with this type of magic. What I can do is record the results and give them to someone like Rial or Robin. So if this is like most tower problems, it's probably knotted up all over the area. Yeah, but we just unwound the knot a little. Let's keep looking. Okay, so keep finding. There's a lot more people here than I thought there'd be. And some combat. Are we really out of the ass end of nowhere to protect some fucking grapes? We're supposed to be preparing if the average people riot, but I'm more worried about our soldiers. You like reloaded a lot? I was gonna say, yeah, to do my choices differently, and then I thought about it for a second, and I was like, wait. We reloaded a fuck ton during that segment, so it's probably like 7 hours. The commander said to make a barricade here, but we're out of boxes. Where the fuck are we supposed to get more? We are here to guard. Oh hey, it's the rapists! Hello, rapists! Shouldn't they be at Captain Paulina's fort? Is this a problem? Let me see. Seems like they were being pretty bland copies, so they got sent out to guard this place. Mediocre position, at least before the latest war. But they're under your control, right? Can you use them to guard the locals more effectively? Oh, back to this altruistic shit again. Can I at least make them do something weird? The most important thing is keeping order, but if a weird distraction helps, go for it. I'll take what I can get. We like defending innocence and rape, but looky here, we're all out of rape! I don't think... Like... I don't think that these two go... I don't think you can... Like, what person... I'm not saying that I don't like your copies, I just don't think they're very convincing, you know? Like, no one would hold both of these positions at the same time. My internet at work is so ass today, I'm sorry to hear. I hope these magic points aren't spread too... I like inserted a word after every single word I read there, and it was the wrong word every single time. I could have just read the sentence, but instead I like auto-completed it in my head. I did like American reading. I hope these magic points aren't spread too far. There's a lot of desert out there. Don't worry, I think they're clustered around the vineyard here. No point searching too far off. Consequences of a choice from 200 hours ago. Knowing this game, that's not even like a joke. Be careful. This desert isn't so dangerous, but something feels wrong. Hey, succubus. Don't make me regret walking around without illusions. I don't give a shit. We need your help. Can you do dream magic? Not my specialty, but I've developed the abilities it uses. Why? There are enemy succubi attacking the soldiers while they sleep, or something like that. Everyone here has been having terribly violent nightmares, making it hell on our sleep. The higher officers think it's just nerves, or we're starting shit because we're bored. But it's getting worse. Is that why they're sleeping now? Yeah, trying to catch up on sleep, but it doesn't help much, because the dreams just keep coming. That doesn't sound very succubus, but I'll see what I can feel. Okay, good news. There is some kind of magic that's messing with their dreams. Finally, someone believes me. Not so good news. It's not being done by succubus magic, and I can't exactly just cancel it. Well, what can you do? With your permission, I could set up a spell to send them other dreams. Since mine will be so close, it should overwhelm the others. What kind of dreams? Don't worry, she's extensively studied non-sexual magic. Yes, I'm a good little succubus. How does Peaceful Field sound? That should be easy to set up. Most of these boys are desert-born and bred, though. And done. They should all be sleeping more peacefully now. And their dreams won't have any succubi showing up? If they do, that's on them. I don't believe you. Took a nap earlier. It was the best damn nap I've had in years. Thanks. Took a nap during the screen transition. You might think that the screen transition from the dialogue ending and you getting control of your character again is a split second. But in actuality, 8 hours passed in-game. The war is lost. Our boys are dead. This year's crop has so much potential. I hope it isn't ruined. It's fucked. Desert Scorpion emerged. Okay. Well... There's like no way they make these actually challenging, right? Like I have to one-shot these, right? Really? What the fuck are these cockatrice motherfuckers made out of? Fuck do you mean you're not one-shot? We kill gods at this point. Oh, I have animations on. God, that feels so weird. It feels so wrong to have animations on. No, we're not doing that. Those weren't really much of a threat. I should be glad, but I'm a bit disappointed. Sure, but those monsters could have hurt someone. The local guards must be equal to the job, but I suppose you're right. It can't hurt. I should read this and actually process it in my head. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm allowed to kill them. Whenever there's dialogue after like a optional fight, I get scared. It's like the elves, where the wolves and shit you shouldn't kill, like the wildlife. Do I have a way to clear poison? Motherfucker. I just use an item. Don't talk to me. The mood has turned sour. Those weren't a threat. Level 90 team didn't one-shot them. You're actually so right. These motherfuckers could kill like 95% of the mobs we've met in the game. And like every single citizen. Like, what's his name? The hero from Artford? Antarion? Is that what his name? Antarion or whatever? He would get fucking truncated by these scorpions. My god, and these are just the random monsters the soldiers are guarding this place. Maybe Aram really is the final boss. Yeah, dude. A standard Aram guard is like... You know how in WoW, the guards are inexplicably higher level than max level? Like, in-universe, that makes fucking zero sense. Where did you get this guy that's level 65? How is he guarding Stormwind? He should be killing fucking Onyxia right now. Why do you have him... Why is a goblin guarding Booty Bay fucking up my, like, full bis gear tank? What is going on here? That's really silly. Here's another one. This shouldn't be too difficult for a real mage to undo. Once we finish tracing the whole thing. Do you not consider yourself a real mage? I mean, you spend so much time casting. Use your natural physical magic in combat. Does that make you a mage? Sure, but the fact that sexual magic is natural to succubi doesn't mean that most have your skill in different fields. Aka, if you wanna fuck me, you don't need to flatter me first. But yeah, I guess I'm a mage in a sense, just very specialized compared to those with an arcane specialization. Listen back to what you just said to me. Like, say the words you said to yourself in your head again. You can do like every sexual spell. That has to be a like equally broad specialization as like an arcane specialization, right? Meanwhile, all I can do is remind us that we need to keep moving. We can fuck you too, if you want. Wow, looking at these dates, Eremites have been living here for generations. That... crazy. Insane. Wow, 2 generations old graves. Exactly, Munch. I can only do every single spell that's sexual in nature. Can't believe how specialized I am. Fuck it, I'm doing Death Blow. We're gambling. Let's go gambling. Piercing Whip. Blade Dance. Why are these motherfuckers not doing anything? No one here does jack shit! That gave more experience than the Cockatrice fight. This shit's crazy. I guess the only real diff... Hello? Excuse me? What was that? That was Tanarak. Don't take the merged monster lightly. Why is Varya getting health back when I walk around? Do I have health regen on her? What the fuck? Well, let's just fucking... I don't know. Let's figure this shit out. Okay, this looks fucked. You better fucking kill it immediately. Okay, it doesn't look that fucked. It looks fine. I thought it had way more HP than it did. Turns out a 6k crit does do wonders. Phew, glad that's over. I was hoping that we might be on Tanarak's trail, but I don't sense anything more. Was that just a random pot shot at us? Sorry, I think it was actually residual power. That doesn't get us any closer to him. You know what? I don't care. Helping people with your own hands is fun, even if it's tiny compared to all the cosmic stuff. It's nice to help people directly. I hear you. I'm glad our policies increase the total amount of sex in the world, but it's just not the same as starting an orgy. I gotta go to the bathroom, and this feels like a perfect screen to, like, leave it on in case someone joins the stream and has no idea what we're playing. They can just see this, and if this becomes, like, the thumbnail in the meanwhile, that's also great. Can drag people in. I'll BRB one sec, gotta go piss. I have returned. Huh, I don't know why I expected you to disagree. I guess I just feel a bit petty compared to everyone trying to maximize good. Nah, not at all. We still need to keep in touch with that helping spirit. Otherwise, we'll lose what makes us, us. Yara, when you started this game, you advocated for raping half the party. And mind control raping, like, 2 or 3 new members we met. It might even be more than that. But I suppose that falls under the helping mindset, if you really think about it. Seriously, you two can schlick each other all night, but we need to take care of the reality tampering demigod. Yeah, true. He could undo so much of our work. Aka's design is so cute. She looks so much better after the demon, like, transformation. White hair goes crazy. But, Varya, you're really helpful too. It's fun setting you up to just annihilate enemies. I'm not saying I don't want you to eat me later. I'm just saying we need to hurry. Tanarak might have been an idiot about chaos, but he didn't babble about all this stuff. You're a slave to our goodness now. We'll torture you forever. With some kind of weird orgy you were in charge of, make it up to you. It'd be a good start. Real. I wish I was in charge of a weird orgy. I need to define what weird means, but like, that sounds like a weird, jolly old time. Probably a lot of, like, planning work, though. I don't know if I have the organizational, like, patience for that. She'd still try that, but at least now she'd try to get consent. Yeah. We did just put a bunch of young men to sleep while controlling their dreams, and we explicitly didn't make it into, like, a dream orgy. What the fuck is happening in this game? The opportunities just aren't being used. Like, I think the writing is really, like, losing me in the final part here. Be careful. Oh yeah, the desert dude. Are we done outside here then? Is it just a guard left? Oh no. Another magical point. We're almost there. I think this is the last one. Are we done here and ready to send information to the others? No. Let me talk to you. I should ask what you're doing here, but do you know what the hell is going on? Depends on what you mean. We helped to fight the Incubus Kings attacking Arkland, but if you mean locally, we... What? No. I'm asking about the riots forming everywhere. Unless those are caused by enemy succubi. It doesn't feel like there's any large-scale sexual magic here, so you can rule out that possibility. Unless, of course, you don't trust me. I saw plenty of succubi in the Third Arklantian War. I may not welcome you into Aram, but I trust you. Then, can you tell us what's going on? We were coming to help, but our spell got knocked off course. This is the Amethyst Vineyard. Way in the north of Aram. Oh hey, you guys make great wine. Not me personally. They called in soldiers for defense after the first riot. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with the region. Where is that from? Oh, all around. The northernmost cities. Then a large delegation from Captain Paulina on the border. But she didn't send her reasoning. Refresher time. Rather, talking about my thoughts and memories time. I don't remember what Paulina said after we did the Aram negotiations, because we got sent to, like, the planning room, basically, where we talked to a bunch of Aram people. I remember distinctly talking to someone fairly high up in Aram and fucking teleporting them to the Shal Estates as a flex move and going like, yo, we could teleport in and out whenever. We're just vibing. Don't fuck with us. But I don't remember what Paulina said to that at the end. If I recall correctly, she's working not together with us, but she's working to minimize the damage and risk of war. If I understand what her final points were. I'm trying to figure out if I remember enough to know why she would send them up here. But my guess is that war is going to happen at some point, and the northern border is, you know, furthest away from the fighting, maybe. I don't know. So it sounds like we're really far off. Don't worry, if we figure out the local magic, I should be able to summon someone to teleport us over there. Well, meanwhile, we're here to help. We don't know anything about rioting, but we can try to keep the peace. Please do. These vineyards are a national treasure of Aram, and if they're burned, they won't recover for years. Can't have all those wine grapes burning, can we? We'll do what we can. We prevented anyone from infiltrating the Amethyst Vineyard, but we don't have enough forces if things get ugly. Okay, I think we're done here then, right? Unless there's, like, interacting with the trees, but I doubt it. Yeah. Please, help us save these trees. They've survived the desert, but they can't survive another riot. Yeah, he might be stronger than Simon, like peak Simon at this point. Alright, I think we mapped the tower disturbances here, and it's leading us back across Aram. I guess we'll have to contact a succubus who can teleport. This was as close as I could get you. With all the magic interference, teleportation is exhausting. Okay. Looks like... Honestly, do you think we trained with Simon, i.e. went through the succubus prison or incubus king prison just to, like, match an Aram guard? Because, like, we didn't want to get emasculated by a random Aram guard. So, like, we had to make sure that we could at least outrank their common fodder. Like, the starting point can't have us weaker than a single guard. Okay, looks like we're in the southwestern desert. A bit of a trip from the fortress, but better than walking. Oh, we followed the trail. Tanoak has more manipulation somewhere around here. Are we actually getting any closer? No sign of Wendy's, just little magical signs. Are we doing any good? It is interesting that they're doing this without any real, like, central planning right now. For the first time in a while. I mean, they've had segments where Simon is gone. But at least they've known he's been alive. I guess they do now too. But I'm surprised that they're as peppy as they are. Maybe we should go talk to Captain Paulina first. She might have noticed something that could guide us. That power, it wasn't Simon. Almost like the Incubus Emperor. Was that coming from the direction of the fort? I'm not wrong, am I? Yeah, would they know if Simon died? They did say they've, like, lost the connection. Hard to say. I would imagine probably. But not all of them, for sure. Like, there's no way that let me work through my memories of the character's name. Ginasta. There's no way that Ginasta would tell, for example. But I don't know if anyone could. They did say that, like, they lost contact with him. But I also do remember, like, Wendy saying that he's alive, so they can sense him somewhat. So some people would probably be able to tell. Well, shit. I'm pretty sure that's Tanoak, but I couldn't tell you what he's doing or how. And let's get moving. If we can't teleport any closer, there's no time to waste. I have a really bad feeling about this. Do you think we should call in Sabitha? She doesn't have much energy left, right? Do we want to call her in just to scout? I don't know. Maybe. Well, there's nobody to decide but us. What do we do? She doesn't have much energy left, right? No. If she doesn't have a lot of energy, left, then I trust our entire party more than... Like, I would rush there. You didn't use her on the ship, though? I did. The final thing was go all out. I redid the choices, so I ended up with go all out, which included Sabbath, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, we sent Sabitha and defended the ship. Go all out wasn't with Sabitha. She doesn't have much energy left. I trust Yara. I trust Yara. I don't think... Like, that question is telling me that it feels stupid and premature to send her there now. Especially when we're, like, the most competent people in the universe. And let's get moving. How long have we been struggling now? I admit, you become more of a problem than I expected. I think you don't understand how useless your efforts are. It's been an act of great willpower to oppose me until now, but how much time has it been in reality? Not long at all. And I'm afraid you've failed to stop me. I've pushed a little influence through the hole in our prison, and it's finally set off old plans. What plans? The one's too far along for you to stop, of course. But now that it's too late, would you like to see? Paulina. What did you do? Through the shroud of the tower's magic, Simon could just make out a wash of Eremite desert. It gradually focused on a familiar fortress near Eustrin, then swept in further to the courtyard, where he witnessed something that made him recoil. Soldiers in disheveled Eremite armor formed a jeering circular mass, centered around a pillory. Paulina had been placed in it, all but a few fragments of her clothing and armor torn from her. Two of the rebel soldiers stood on either side of her, laughing as they brutally raped the women. Other bodies still lay around the camp, though many of the loyal soldiers appeared to have been imprisoned in rough cages, unable to do anything but watch. Though Simon was horrified by what he saw, his horror deepened as he felt his shard respond. Instead of a scene of violation and control, the shard wanted to cast the crime in a sexual light. Power from Tanarek was fueling the event, but something within him resonated in exactly the same way. "Look at this slut!" One of the Eremite soldiers, still pantless, spat on Paulina's bare back. "You respected her so much, but she's just a woman in the end. This is all she's good for." Paulina couldn't respond, and even her eyes appeared dead. Magical pressure formed in the back of Simon's mind, as if Tanarek was pressing him closer to the scene. But he recoiled, breaking apart the image. "All those criminals being sent to the fortress. It may have started off as a natural process, but I've been working on them for a long time." He did show up there multiple times, or at least once, so not too weird. "And now they've taken over the fortress, and they're raping your dear little Captain Paulina." "Yes! Feel the futility! You can extend your influence through the hole, yes, but do you really think you have the slightest chance of out-manipulating me?" "You can't resist forever." "Oh, give it 1,000,000 years, you might gain enough strength to stab me, but you don't have that long. You see, all that chaotic suffering out there will feed back through, widening the hole enough for me to escape. Should I leave the hole open so that you can watch everything that happens afterward?" "Good. Keep trying. Your only hope is to wrest my control away from me. But do you really think you can?" "It must be draining your power to sustain a situation so contorted." "What do any of the rapists believe will happen? The military will surround and execute them." "You think this has anything to do with logic? This is the raw lust and purity of this world worked out in physical form." You're the one twisting this world. The natural order was Incubus Kings wreaking their lusts on the populace. Then you got your hands on it. There's no such thing as a natural order. Even if one existed, that wouldn't prove it was right. Ha! You act like some outside arbiter of justice, but your nature is irrevocably corrupted by this place. Except, even that is wrong. You might say that your soul is composed of corruption. There's nothing else in this world, and you might as well embrace it. Whoops, you almost got the upper hand for a second there. This place really is so limiting. But you're a child, trying to force your ideas of morality or reason onto this world. It doesn't think, it feels. Now, just imagine what I'll be able to do to all your loved ones once I'm free. You're so easy. I don't need to destroy you here, but if I can take your shards, I might as well. And while you took your attention away from Aram, they've become crueler. The poor captain's reputation will be in shambles. That doesn't make any sense. A crime is being done to her. Oh, but not all Aramites will see it that way. The soldiers who used to respect her, they believe all sorts of things in their heart of hearts. That's the easy thing about manipulating reality. In the end, Aram has been building up this essence for centuries. I'm just giving it a little nudge. Trying to reduce her pain and shame. I can't stop you from having a little effect, but you must see that it's a futile battle. I won't stop. Unless you defeat me now. I'll use the hole to be a thorn in your side for the rest of time. It is so noble of you to try to distract me, but now that I'm sure I can't erase you easily, I'm not going to waste more strength on you. This prison itself will destroy you. Your strength and mind might be weakened, but your elemental lust, oh, that will build and build. Once I leave, the prison will keep spawning manifestations of the lust shards, and they'll kill you over and over again. Without your harem, the lust will begin to overwhelm you. Your mind will crack, and you'll become a raving beast, an incubus king of pure desire. Even if your harem managed to rescue you remarkably quickly, your mind would be gone. I'll put a stop to that, but I think I'll leave you here. Eventually, there'll be nothing of you left. Your lust will have consumed you until nothing remains but a polished shard. Not wasting strength talking anymore. Honestly, you should have been doing that from the beginning. You're an easy man to manipulate. It won't be long now. Our last moments together can be watching a lovely rape. Wait. When the next man moved up beside her, Paulina craned her neck enough to get a look at him. A good soldier and a good man, always volunteering to lead negotiation missions. He nervously put a hand on her back. Captain, I don't have much time, so... You can fuck me. Don't make them suspicious. Though her hips were tired, Paulina lifted them again. The soldier hesitated before slowly walking into position. You sure, Captain? All those things they said. They don't matter. You're a good man, so just do your duty. If you insist. He fumbled with his trousers for a long time before finally managing to slide into her, and Paulina took a deep breath. Midway through the ordeal, something had shifted, and she wasn't sure why. Perhaps it was the succubus drugs they claimed to have given her. Though she was skeptical, she'd certainly been lightheaded after they forced the liquid into her mouth, and they scorned her at length for getting wet, but the rape had been nothing but misery. Until, for no clear reason, a tingling gauze of energy began to wrap up her entire being. The physical pain faded, and the shame was replaced with anger. When her body reacted, she felt no more humiliation. Then, when the first of her soldiers had sneaked beside her... Everyone is almost in position. The soldier inside her bent over her back to grip her breast so that he could whisper into her ear. Sorry, am I squeezing too hard? It's fine. What were you saying, soldier? Though Paulina kept her voice low, she actually felt a pleasure she couldn't understand. The entire situation was mad, yet she'd somehow embraced the madness and come through the other side. I have the key to the binding shackles. He tapped it against her arm even as he kept moving. But we can't do it just yet, because the ringleaders are still too close. Leave the key with me. Wait until they go inside for more alcohol, then use that to set off the ambush. Aye, Captain. The man cut off with a grunt, leaning heavily against her. I'm sorry, Captain. I'm sorry. After all the things they said about you, Fuck them. They're trying to do the right thing in insane times. Paulina wasn't sure where she found... Or you're trying to do the right thing in insane times. Paulina wasn't sure where she found a smile, but she cast it over her shoulder at him, then pushed back against his hips. Better you than one of them. Just don't think it'll get you out of latrine duty next time. He gave her a strange chuckled... Let me redo that one. He gave a strangled chuckle, but he did begin thrusting again. Paulina found herself drifting away, yet not to a place of numbness. The air itself seemed charged, as if invisible beings were fighting a war. One of them unquestionably supported the criminal, driving them to unnatural cruelty and lust, yet another one worked against it. She felt sure that it had protected her, and that it had given her loyal soldiers strength to begin the plan. She might have been going crazy, but Paulina thought that she could sense pleasure, that she reached out to grasp it. The ache in her vagina melted away, and the pain of the torment receded. If she didn't let go, she could imagine that she had simply taken the soldier aside and asked him to spend the night with her. Except, of course, that would have been a misuse of her authority. Paulina chuckled under her breath, and that broke through the dam. Okay, now we got to the sex scene. Yeah. One of the ringleaders realized what was happening and rushed toward her, his sword held high. He hadn't removed his armor, so the arrows pinged off the plate, but Paulina had already started working on the pillory. As soon as she unlocked one of the magical weakening cuffs, she was able to wrench free of the other, smashing him across the face with a plank of wood. She stumbled after him, her legs sore after so long in bent position, and they both tumbled to the ground. Paulina gripped the pillory plank with both hands and drove it down into his face, over and over, all the strange pleasure vanishing as reality returned in bloody vengeance. Then a sheet fluttered over her, and her movements slowed. She looked up and realized that only loyal soldiers remained. They were all staring at her now, respectfully, but still recovering from the madness of that day. She realized that the air felt empty, leaving nothing but the incomprehensible wake of what had just occurred, and that this was the critical moment. What are you waiting for? Paulina dropped the plank and tried to rise, holding the sheet around her. She nearly stumbled again, but one of the soldiers surreptitiously supported her elbow. Whatever the hell was this done to us? We have a lot of work to do cleaning up. Aye, Captain! The soldiers all saluted her, and for the first time since the madness began, Captain Paulina felt like herself. Get fucking owned? That's all I gotta say about that. Get fucking destroyed. You've been shit-talking me the entire time, and I've been outmaneuvering you the entire time. What are you, like a kid playing a Incubus King? I'm happy I didn't acknowledge the attempted raid. I don't know who it was, but if it failed, that's fine. Are you kidding me? You undercut me with this absurdity. No more absurd than the fantasy of lust you were so focused on. I cannot believe such a fool got the better of me. But it doesn't matter. It's too late. Do you have more than like one line of dialogue? You've been saying this since like a year ago. Ah, the real world again. I can feel my power returning. I actually think the game does a decent job of like doing commentary on that with Trin, because Trin is also pointing out that he's insanely boring. Like, he keeps talking about chaos and everything, and she's like, yeah, he's predictable, he's just gonna do like the maximum amount of annoying pain for no reason, because that's what he does. Like, it's so unglamorous, I guess. It's distasteful to end my time in the prison with such a sloppy mistake, but he'll regret it in the end. Please? I might not like you, Hester. I might have a lot of bad words to say to you, but please just one-tap this motherfucker. Just like smear his blood on the pavement. Please. I beg of you. My dear goddess enslaver, don't you have more important people to be fighting? My goal is to create a purer world, and it's obvious that you can't be part of it. I can spare a bit of strength to destroy you. Ooh, are you going to hit me with your pretty little holy spells? I'm quaking. No! This can't! You've delighted in manipulating our world, but in doing so, you've shown too much of your hand. You're confident in your tower defenses, but I've had ample opportunity to analyze them, while you were spending all your strength breaking out of my prison. You can't do this to me! I am the chaos beneath the universe! This reality's mine too! Good riddance. I agree, but I really must take advantage of your distraction. Sabbatha wasn't there when you made us there go all out. But didn't she say specifically that, like, I can send... Or I guess go all out was protecting the succubi and the ship? Who gives a fuck? I think we made the right decisions. If they say that she's low on energy still, I assume I'm gonna get to use her later at some point. Hester voice.wav wasn't found. Are you saying my Hester voice sucks? Fuck you. My god, she does just solo him. I'm so happy she solos him. I'm also really perplexed on her relationship to Alanon. I'm really perplexed. I like my headcanon, that's not actually my headcanon, but it's a really funny headcanon, and I'd love for it to be true, and even if I give it like a 0.01% chance of being true, is Hester and Alanon being like siblings, because they're a similar age, and they both have white hair. It would be really funny if they're just siblings. Simon! Wendy's. Ah, the menu. I like your burgers. I can actually see you through the hole, but the prison is too durable for me to break into easily. Wendy's. Wendy's. Who was it that said it was Alanon? Me? Was it? No, I don't know. I don't know who it was, but I don't know. I'm sorry. There's no time. Listen to me. And stop very close to your normal one. What I did was I decided to go for just like a very slow voice for her. Yeah, I didn't do anything extreme with her, yeah. I just talked very slow with her because she's old and she seems patient. Sort of like the Earth Goddess. Alanon did say he has a sister. God fucking damn it. Oh no, they're related. Or, alternatively, someone like fucking Celica is Alanon's sister. Hey, step bro. I'm stuck in the goddess realm, and I enslaved a goddess. I liked your Tanorak voice today. It wasn't even annoying. Thank you. I've been watching a group of voice actors play through Danganronpa recently, and what I did with Tanorak was modeling one of the voice actors' voices for Monokuma. Because I think Initially, I tried to do that, but I went way to 11. But yeah, I was modeling after his voice, which I think is a pretty good way if you're not like an actual voice actor to try and get like a unique voice for something. It's just difficult because I don't know what... It's really weird to make like to have a consistent voice that has an identity. It's really difficult to do. If you don't make like a caricature that's extreme, that's super extreme, which, you know, Tanarek is, but still. I can actually see it being Monokuma. Yeah, it's more extreme, probably. I don't even know if it's more extreme, but it's modeled off his voice for sure. You've done so much as you can. You've done as much as you can for the world. Stop spending your strength and focus on yourself. All the way back in Goonfall. Okay, fair. I'm gonna be real, I read your sentence and it felt like I was looking at one of those images that's like a stroke simulation where none of... It looks like regular household items, but none of the items like work together as like a single... Like, it's not actually household items, it all melts together. And I read all of your words, and somehow my brain just parsed it like one of those images until I reread it 3 times. And then on the 3rd reread, nothing was even wrong with it. It's phrased correctly. It's not hard to follow at all. So we're dealing with a level of like performance from me that tells me that we're gonna degrade over the rest of the stream. So don't make too much fun of me, okay? We're gonna go until I degrade way too far. Comprehension might not be peak right now. We'll handle everything else. The greatest threat is that this prison will wear you down. I think also I would love to make like, or rather have dedicated voices for the entire cast, but this game has such a ludicrously big cast that it's fucking impossible. So whenever you get like a villain character like Tanarek, it's so much easier to commit to a voice, especially if I think he's gonna die at some point. That's why I've done it for the Fucklord and Tanarek, specifically. Are you saying that you made a stream of it, or that you watched one of my streams? Or that it's a different player stream that's still in Chapter 1? Is that the one you talked to in the Discord, or talked about in the Discord? They're playing Chapter 1 right now. That's kind of dope, actually. How long? With the others, I should be able to... I'm afraid I can't allow that. Fucking HAL... Wait, is it HAL 1000 or HAL 2000? It's HAL 1000, right? You think you can scare me away? I don't want to waste the strength it will take to drive you away, but I need Simon there. And I need you distracted. Huh. The arrogance, fighting me in the heart of my power. What? Yeah, I got that. I'm just saying that I didn't realize when you said last summer stream, still in Chapter 1. I didn't know what... Don't worry about it. I'm sorry about the prison. Oh! God, it is her prison. I'm stupid. I was like, what do you mean? It's an incubus prison. Why would this be the heart of your power? You're the divine power. You don't have anything to do with incubus kings. Fucking idiot! I'm so stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! I'm sorry about the prison. The method is unnecessarily cruel, but I have no other choice against such a dangerous opponent. Please. Sorry, Simon, but now that I understand fully who you are, I see no other choice. Help, Paulina. What? I know you'll never help me, but Tanarek twisted a torturous situation for her, and I don't know what else he might have begun. I can't waste strength directly, but I'll send a message to the Aramite Church. But this is why I can't let you live. Your intentions may be noble, but what you did to Paulina is just as foul. The world is better off without all of you. And it will be better with you in control. Why are you doing all this? There's no conceivable advantage for me in explaining anything to you. It's been many streams since I screen capped something in this game. It's been more streams since I screen capped something that wasn't a joke in this game. This is the best villain, like... This is the best villain dialogue that you can give. Like, there's no line of dialogue that makes me like a villain more than this exact sentence. You don't... Like... This just immediately makes you more likable. Then why are you here then? Did you not see that she came to distract the fucking Anak? And also to kill me, probably. But yeah, I'm actually tweeting this out. Sorry, skeeting this out. No line... There's no other line of dialogue that makes me like a villain more than this one. Assuming it isn't immediately undercut. Lamau. There's such a refreshing... statement in... Or in comparison, in contrast, rather. Comparison is not the correct word. There we go. No one is going to care about that, but I love that. It's a mega spoiler, though. No one who follows my Twitter plays the game. And if you play the game and see this and go, that's cool, you're gonna forget about it by the time you get to Hester. You're not gonna make the connection. If I had followers who actually cared about the game, then that would be one thing. But Hester is very early. Yes, but she's gone from the plot for so long that you forget about her. She's gone for like 2 full chapters. Between like the early part of the game and Goonfall, there's such a huge cliff where she just doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure you end up forgetting about her. Or at least like you would forget about the picture. But I also don't give a fuck. If someone sees that post and goes, "Oh, why did you spoil me? I'm playing the game right now," I will start giving a fuck. But I don't think the odds of that happening is like 1 in a million, a billion. I would wager that there's a bigger chance that someone asks what the game is and starts the game because I tweeted that than someone already playing the game getting spoiled from it. Why did you spoil me? I was literally watching you play the game right now. Fuck! Oh, god damn it, man! Oh, okay, I guess I'll take it. I'm so sorry, Munch. I'm so sorry. Could have you just cropped the text, though? Yeah. I agree. I could have just cropped the text. That's a little bit of my bad. Still think it's fine. It probably would have been cleaner if I cropped the text too. Alone again. See? She just left! Hella based! Hella based! There's no conceivable advantage for me in explaining anything to you. Fucking leaves immediately. The only correct thing to do. But Wendy's knows about the hole, and they'll come for me. I just need to survive. The prison is tightening, and the lust is getting worse. I wonder if Tanorak was lying about it consuming me. Okay. Okay. So, Simon, I know that deep inside you have a part of yourself that's violently asexual. Like a bright, blazing flame inside of you that's asexual. I need you to take that out of yourself and wholly make that your primary force for this segment. And then you'll be fine. Don't ask why I say this. He just has the vibes sometimes. Despite everything, he has the vibes. Silica, how does it feel to you? Silica? Then I'm truly alone now. The manifestations. When will this end? Really? Even the general fucking... Even the general fucking bandit mobs qualify as this. They aren't even bosses. That shit's crazy. Erroneous commonplace. That's a Diceware password, but also kind of a cool username. Or it would be erroneously commonplace. Would be a better username. Thank you for the ban. I suppose there's really only one way it can end. And that's with me winning, baby! It's already over. There's no point continuing this way. Wendy's, what do you mean? I'm about to do something really controversial. Which is redo that, but send fucking Sabify. see what part of the dialogue changes. Tanark isn't a problem anymore, but he set off riots. Head west instead. Simon is still alive. I'm going to break him out. I'm gonna go to the save point first, before I do anything. Wait, are you saying that you can break him out yourself, right now? No. I tried, but after the conflict pushed me out, I can't get back in so easily. Sandy Beach, hello! You missed my best voice acting performance. Unironically, by popular vote from chat. I'm proud. It's been a good stream. I'm happy to have you with me. I'll hopefully try to replicate it. Unfortunately, the character I voice acted is fucking yeeted off the planet. Dead in a ditch, right, somewhere. So, we'll have to figure something out. Then come with us. Simon would rather you help keep order than struggle after him. Fine. Helping everyone finish is probably the fastest route to getting him back anyway. Then let's do this. Are you alright? I'm gonna have a bruised ass from that landing, but I'm fine. Where are we? I was to be sent to Serantia when the disaster struck. It seems I arrived, but not where I was planning. But don't worry, I'll help you out. I want you to know, Kirby, that I will confirm that Anak was in the prison, and you are having a valid crash out. I'm grateful for your help, but I'm unsure if we are equal to what we may find. There you are. It was easy to follow the sexual links in. Win, why are you here? Hey, Serantia was my home for a long time. I want to keep this chaos from engulfing it. This isn't a bad threesome. Let's go see what we can do. We were to be sent where the need was greatest, but I'm uncertain as to our location. Fairly important trade town, but the main thing is that Serantia leadership is working from here. I'll contact them with magic and they should be able to tell us more. Please give me a save point. There we go. Okay, interesting. I'm curious what happens with the with sending Sabifa instead. Hello, mammal friend. I cannot transport you now, but I will go ahead and investigate this matter. Sabifa said she's going to the fort. I just want to see if this scene is identical. Okay, you don't have to spam, Kirby. Or if 3 was fine, 4 is too much. 4 is too much. 3 is fine for effect, but 4 is too much. There's like a gradient here where 1 is fine, 2 is aggressive, 3 is good for emphasis and effect, 4 is really, really aggressive. And then 5 is like unreasonably strong. You need to understand the rules here, man. It's a rules of 3, okay? Interesting. They said they sent her to the fort, right? They sent her to the fort, which means that what really matters here is the Paulina scene. I thought that she was sent so that she'd show up at the prison, but I'm just gonna read the Paulina scene, see if it's different with Sabifa here. Oh, I saw Sabifa. Half of one of them disappeared between enormous jaws. Sabifa's true body shewed on the upper half of the man, armor and meat together. The other stared as his lower half fell. Okay, so that's so much worse than the scene that you get if you don't send Sabifa. Cool. And by that, I mean, I don't know if it actually is worse gameplay-wise, but I think the story of Paulina solving it, like, herself with, you know, minor help from us is more helpful to her, like... It sounded like she had a plan. I think that seems better than the demons killed everyone and then left, you know? Normally I sell spiced fruit, but this doesn't seem like the time. Oh yeah, are you here to help us? We hope so, Biyue. Can you tell us of the current troubles of Sirantia? I fear we may have led Sirantia poorly. We have military forces, of course, but they're not equal to the challenge. It does mean that, yes, but... Minor help, Hester. Simon, you're an abomination for doing this. You know what? I know this wasn't your intention, but... Unironically, really interested in if it changes the Hester dialogue. Okay, so Sabifa. Oh! No, this is way better. I thought this was later in the conflict, but if it just started the conflict, I actually think this is really good. I'm actually gonna read through these like one after. That was so much shorter. The fuck? Since you interrupted my plans, I found a more rudimentary way to slip through. Yeah, that was a insanely short scene comparatively. You escaped much faster than I expected, but you don't seem very prepared. You... Okay, don't you have more important people to be fighting? Good riddance. Okay, if you say the same shit, I'm gonna be so surprised. I need you distracted. Okay, so Hester, what is your vibe gonna be? I'm sorry about the prison. The method is unnecessarily cruel, but I have no other choice against such a dangerous opponent. So you really plan to eliminate all Incubus Kings and control the world they leave behind? Well, she hates us a lot less. She didn't call me like a vile, you know, a proof that we are the problem with the world. You know what? Can't even be mad about that. I'm down to send Sabitha. That has to be a nicer result. But he set off riots. Head west instead. Simon's still alive. I'm gonna break him out. Not sure if that's better. I think that's better. She didn't personally call out Simon. I think dialogue-wise, it's a lot better with like our relationship to Hester. If that's a good thing or not, I don't really know. Like maybe we should antagonize her as much as possible and, you know, keep doing what we're doing. But on the other hand, I don't think Esther really cared. In the first dialogue, she does say that, like, this is why I can't trust you. Whereas now she's, like, a dangerous opponent, but she didn't specifically curse him, you know? More just his powers, which I think is fair. I don't think it makes a big difference, but vibe-wise, the vibes were a lot less rancid on the second time around. Also, the fact that Paulina doesn't have to get, you know, raped. Like, I know it's a game, but I don't want to minimize how significant that is. I think that's a pretty big bonus. I was under the assumption that Sabitha would get there too late to stop it from starting, but she didn't. And then that just seems a lot better, even if the scene is shorter. So let's keep the Sabitha one. And then in the worst case, we just suck it up, and it is what it is. What are so many important people doing in our town? Would be really funny if like a random NPC changed here because of that. Did I see? Yeah, I saw another thing here. Cool. Oh yeah, tell me what to do. Not getting gang raped by the entire army is a pretty big upside. You could say that, yeah. I mean, I'd have to think about it a little more, but just like thinking about it generally, I think that's probably like plus EV. Like the expected value goes way up from that, I think. We might get bad RNG and the game punishes us for it, but I think we made the correct play. You can't just have hindsight, you know? Can't make decisions based on what the actual results are. That's not good poker play. Pip could never make it in a world without save scumming. Really? I don't understand how it improves our stats. You know what? Gemelas, you might be right. Let's go back again. You got me. Let's go back again. Actually, let's go back even further to the airship scene. Oh yeah, are you here to help us? We hope so. Yeah. But they're not equal to the challenge. Don't worry, we can provide a lot of support. The nation is stable, right? No, stables are for horses. These are like other half-animal creatures, but they're not horses or centaurs, so like it's not a stable. Well, it may not be for much longer, unless we can deal with these airships crashing into our nation. Oh, it feels so good to get a -2 from chat. The worst part about being a small streamer is the, like, ambivalence of it all. Actually getting a response to a joke instead of just silence is so much better. I'll take a -2. That's proof that I'm alive. The only good news is that our infrastructure is in excellent shape, and the corruption magic the enemy succubi are using shouldn't damage our crops. That's sad, Pip. It's the truth! Unfortunately. Siranti has been flourishing with your help, so I hope you can help to protect all that we built. -Q from Zero Escape. God. I'm happy you weren't here for my Zero Escape ramblings above if you're a Zero Escape fan. Zero Escape is... Honestly, I shouldn't even say that. Zero Escape is really fun, but it's also... It's like, a lot of people say that Danganronpa is bad but really fun. And I disagree. Danganronpa is just really, really bad. But Zero Escape is bad but fun. Zero Escape is what people say Danganronpa is. Munch, are you a small streamer? Because you get it. You sound like you've been there. Oh. The first 999 is good though. I agree. 999 is by far the best one. But I still think it's stupid. The Ice 9 in the freezer, oh, it kills me every time. When she starts fucking talking about Ice 9. Have you heard about Ice 9? Way back. Or it's a type of ice that melts at -17. And did you know that there was synchronicity when all over the world glycerin like crystallized into, you know, it's so bad. There's a great red herring though. That's true. That is true. But it is an insane scene. YouTube has deprecated the clip function, but I think it's the first or second clip I ever made. I hate that they're deprecating the clip function. I used it quite a lot, and it tilts me to no end that they've deprecated it. I think one of my first clips I ever made, let me see if it is, was about Ice 9. Yeah. This was... God, this meltdown on it is so good. I love... Okay, Zero Escape streams are like one of my favorite things to watch, because having played it, it's so good to just foresee what people are going to crash out on. It's so good. So, didn't they just change it to make a short of the video? No, they removed the clipping button. So now you can't use it, and instead they want you to share a timestamp, which is, you know, yay. Let me wrong one. That's Discord. This one. Yeah, here's the clip. This kills me every time.
That doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Huh?
I heard about it.
Oh, where?
Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Joe Rogan's podcast?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
I was losing my shit in
Trapped in a
preparation
freezer,
for this.
plus freezing to death, plus don't like the number 4, plus love the number 9, so that's Ice 9 for me, plus in a game where someone just exploded by having a bomb going off in their stomach, but we're not trying to poop it out, plus on a ship that's sinking, but maybe not, and have an 8-hour time limit. It's probably down to 7 or 6 hours now, but we're talking about this right now. Okay, cool.
Ice 9.
Plus maidenless, plus didn't ask.
Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin?
This game is so gloriously fucking stupid.
There's a kind of
I fucking love that clip. I love that it's exactly 1 minute long. And I got the so fucking stupid part in there. Because 1 minute is the max you can clip. And it's just so perfect for a clip. Actually like a 10 out of 10 clip. Oh, they really do hit you with the Ice 9 into liquid or crystallization of glycerin. Oh, it's so gloriously fucking stupid. Have you seen this? What? What? What the fuck did you link to me? Junpei wondered what June was thinking about. He clicked the screen to find out. Have you guys ever heard of Cutout of Shapes Band? Cutout Shapes Band? What's that? Cutout Shapes are uniquely two different bands inspired by the magazine song Cutout Shapes. Their names are inspired by the magazine song Cutout Shapes. Cutout Shapes USA, hailing from North California, formed August 1992. Performing gigs, recorded countless garage tapes, 2003 self-titled compact disc release. Wait, if I reload this? Oh no. Oh no, it's so true. She's the fucking Wikipedia girl. Oh, it's so true. Oh, it's actually so fucking true. Like, again, that's also Wikipedia Possum is exactly what she is. She is the Wikipedia Possum. I fucking love Akane. Such a gloriously funny character. To be fair, maybe she's just autistic. What about our investment in your infrastructure? Doesn't that help? It certainly does. For example, there's no risk of the people in the slums lacking clean water in the aftermath. Please do everything possible to keep Serantia stable. We will assist in any way we can. Once we help out here, we can fight a bit on the front. Anything you can offer is amazing. Just to ask privately, do you want to have Antiala make an appearance? I'm not an expert, but I did study all the forms of the spell, and I could make an effort to duplicate them. No, I believe that I would prefer not to take that step. The people of Serantia have heard enough voices booming from the sky. I would prefer not to add a lie to them. She's literally psychic. That does not mean that she's not autistic. Autistic people can be psychic above. I think you're being incredibly, like, ableist to say this. I'm trolling, by the way. I know you mean the opposite. I'm not an expert, but I have studied all forms of the spell. Well, she didn't say she studied them well. Like, I've studied all forms of forms is a hard word to apply to random subjects. I realize. At least subjects that I have studied all the forms of. Because, like, I haven't studied all the forms of matter, for example. Like, I don't think I've spent any time studying plasma in a way where I could say that honestly. I can't even do, like, a troll answer, like I've studied all forms of piss or something, because, like, I haven't. There's probably a lot of forms of piss I don't know about. There's not even, like, a game that I've studied all the forms of. I guess technically releases could be forms. I've studied all the forms of Kingdom Hearts. No, I haven't. I haven't played, like, half of them. I've studied all the forms of Super Smash Bros. Melee Fox aerials. That also doesn't work grammatically. Man, this is difficult. The cool parts about the forms of matter is that they don't exist. See, I've studied all of them because they don't exist. Thank you. You bailed me out. It might calm them down though, right? Perhaps something subtler. Eventually, I would prefer to ask Simon what he thinks. Surely you haven't studied all the drill interactions against Pichu. Funnily enough, I have by proxy, because I know exactly how drill interacts with weight and percent. Or rather, weight and floatiness. The fact that I'm second guessing myself, there's weight and there's one other attribute that contributes to it, but it's not. What the fuck is the other aspect? It's not just weight, is it? The fact that I'm saying this is a problem, but because lighter characters get in stun for more frames, and I know for a fact that Pichu gets 7 frames of stun, which is the largest amount, and it's insanely easy to combo drill into anything on Pichu. To the point that you can actually drill into drill, and there's nothing that Pichu can do, and it's so funny. Do you know Pichu's weight and floatiness? No, but I know that it's the lowest. Air resistance and floatiness. I feel like Puff should have the highest air resistance because she's like a literal balloon. Staying the course for now then. I wonder if there's a universe where she says, yes, please use Antiala for this. Let's not bother them. Man, I love this game, man. I haven't said it in a long time, but I really like this game. The soldiers protected my shipment this far, but when will it be safe to travel again? I think the water is pretty, but Mother says I'm not allowed to swim in it. God, that was me trying to do a kid voice. Jesus Christ. I hate that my balls dropped. Like, I used to have a really good kid voice. I used to be a kid. This shit's fucked. I can't do a kid voice anymore. They say the Doom King's fleet was going to distribute supplies, but how do we know they're not attackers in disguise? Huh. Maybe I should have labeled the crates. Chat, what do we think about going back and labeling the crates? Yuanon is urging everyone to cooperate instead of seizing our moment. Is he actually going mad? Nah, Munch, I thought I used to be a kid, but I was born at the age of 13. Was there an option to label the crates? Way back when, yeah. The joke is that we're going back to, like, right after we killed the Lust Lord. It was in Rodak where we could label the crates. Yeah, she's a goddess hoax, but what they're saying is that Wynn studied the spells to make that hoax, and we... Uye... Wait, by Uye? No, I don't think we actually did perpetuate... I don't know if we perpetuated it. I think I picked no on that option. That was a choice, I'm pretty sure. You might think there are no fish here. You'd be right. Yeah, bro. This is me every time I log into Tinder. No, we did? Okay, fair enough. We did transmit the message again? Ah. Foreigners, no! Leave alone! Also me when I log into Tinder. Why did I say it? Okay, I did calculus in my head if that was a valid joke to make or not. And then halfway through uttering it, I was like, this is not gonna reflect well on me. Oh, that's very funny. Oh, wrong audience for that. I need to go on Joe Rogan's podcast to make that joke. Oh, Antiala, this is even worse than all those booming voices. You use Tinder. Yeah, I use Tinder and Flint. It's just the best way to, like, light a fire. Whoever you are, please help us. Enemies just raining from the skies. What are so many important people doing in our town? Sorry, but we're closing up shop. I'll talk to everyone before I look at the fancy little dot. What are you doing, sir? Oh, fuck. What are we supposed to do? We can't fight monsters from other continents flying airships. Take heart. The warriors of Serantia are strong. I'm a FetLife guy myself. There's a Swedish website. There's a Swedish website. No, well, I forget what it's called. I visited it. Like, I made an account and visited it just to get access to the forum because I thought it was hilarious. It's a Swedish BDSM site. You have to take like it's modeled off of the really, really fucking large BDSM test quiz, which I have done. I did the bdsmtest.org quiz, but it's modeled off after that, but in Swedish. And there's like a Swedish version of that. And holy shit, that... Such a funny fucking forum to browse through. One of my favorite memories is when I had prisoned over, and I think what happened was, way back when, I talked about weird Reddit subreddits that I'd like scrolled through, and one of them was gooning, which was just, hey bro, I'm gooning right now, like over and over. That was like the posts. And then the second time they came over, we had the joy of finding out about gooning together, which is the funniest subreddit imaginable. Let me see, is that still up? The community has been banned! No! Banned 2 years ago! It was so funny though! It was just like, hey, anybody want a goon? I'm thinking about gooning right now, but I need a gooning partner. I'm 23F. Can I have a gooning partner? And it's just like the funniest thing ever. And I'm so sad it's gone. But I take like a perverse joy, pun intended, in scrolling through really like out there sexual forums. Because it's just imagining people who are like, okay, it's different if it's dating, but just imagining people that are like, okay, I've done it. I've come home from work, which is, I know, very generous to assume that they work, but, you know, some of them definitely do. I come home from work. It's time to lock in. Put on the performance gloves. Type up a thread on Reddit. It's gooning time, baby. Go on FetLife. Hey, can anybody be my dog? Spawn the discussion and then jerk off to the discussion. Like, that's a level of patience, general, like, respect for the art form that I could never have. And I just... There's something about it that just, like, inspires me greatly. You ever see the Southern Slang Understanding test? No. Did you score well on that test? I mean... Define well. I did get... Oh, what was the phrasing for it? It was, My mind is going to the wrong phrase, which is brat corrector. But it's like, it's not brat fixer, it's brat something. It's rigor. It's rigor. I got rigor on one of the things there. I forget what they gave me at the end, but it was something about me liking brats, I think. Translate this from Southern to English. No, I don't think I will. I don't even know what... Sorry, I'm not from the US. This is insanely US-centric. If I knew what MR stood for... Martusi, the itty-bitty... Ellie... I'm not even gonna try. Fuck it, it's fine. That does remind me of a tweet that is like legendary and it's never gonna disappear from my mind, which is just such a long sentence said with nothing but two-letter acronyms. This one. If you can parse this, you're 2 online. Okay, but that's not even like a real sentence above. That's a troll sentence. The one I just have on screen right now is more of a real sentence than whatever the fuck you just said. That's easy for you to say. You're probably as strong as all of us put together. But what are we gonna do when you leave? Calm down there, soldier. You're not as outclassed as you think. In fact, I'm only level 89. We just walked past a vineyard where the guard had to be like level 110. So, really, if you're a guard here, you have to be like level 70 at least. Like, give it like another story section and then you'll be like level 80 at least. You're not that far back. Most of the fighting was in the air, and we took out most of the elites. Those coming towards Serantia are the stragglers, tired and desperate. Alright, I can believe that many of them died. Well, okay, you're tired, that's fine. But if it's not one sentence, what you do is you break up the sentence with multiple quotation marks instead of posting the entire thing in one set of quotation marks. That would help with making it not a single sentence. Just food for thought, my friend. Munch, the fact that you could parse that is really cool, because we're birds of a feather. I could parse like 80% of that, though. Alright, I can believe that many of them died, given all those explosions. But can we really fight them? Serantia talks a good game, but we've been ineffective in most real combat situations. You can! Come on, I'll give you some experience fighting a succubus, and Uye can show you some tricks. Thank you both. The entire squad feels like we might have a chance now. It'd be so funny if they're just like obliterated by a Tanarak infused enemy like frame 1. Like the residual energy that just like evaporates him from existence. Speaking of, you know what I look forward to in this game? Here's one of those things that I feel like I said earlier that I need to be better about voicing, because it's like interesting thought. I really wonder what Lilith is gonna think about Mestan dying. I'm afraid that Lilith is going to be profoundly upset. And that's gonna be a problem that we have to solve. Even though she's a chaos, like, creature, I don't think she likes that she lost the shard and that Mestan went and fucked off and died. Not that I like it either, but, you know, she double won't like it. Don't just wait. Go show the other groups what you've learned. Yes, we'll do that. Poor Lilith, TM. Yeah. Lilith is an interesting character to me, and by that I mean I hope she's an interesting character. I haven't seen enough of her to say yet, but I'm making an assumption that she's an interesting character based on nothing but vibes. Whereas with Tanarak, I saw him the first time and I was like, oh, no, not him. You've done well, Nalili. Their morale has entirely shifted. I figured that was what they needed to stay calm. Of course, you both took it absurdly easy on them. They'll be in trouble if they run into any elites. But it is exceedingly unlikely that they will do so. Their capacity to remain calm and keep order is more important than their strength. Alright, fine. But we need to stay active or the worthless ones will get killed in the aftermath. You're my favorite, misandrist. Oh yeah, I'll continue following to help where I can, but we should also talk about how I can help directly. You have something in mind? I may not be able to dominate the battlefield like some of our mages, but I'm no slouch. I can help. Plus, I know some of the hedge mages in the region. Hedge mages is such a funny term because I feel like it should play a much bigger role than it has in this game so far. Hedge mages just isn't like a fleshed out concept, it's just a title in this game. I really, once again, I'll shill for the book if someone is watching the VOD in the future. Practical Guide to Evil has a really cool take on hedge mages. Or a hedge mage singular, I suppose. We should be able to pool our efforts and make a long-term difference. Great, what can you do? As I see it, we pretty much have two options. We can exhaust ourselves now, reinforcing the magical defense of the Serantian military to try to reduce damage. But some will get through, no matter what. We could also begin preparing to help Serantia recover after the attacks are over. The remnant forces are using all kinds of corruption magic, so the Serantian farmland will take a serious hit unless we work proactively. Surely both will be needed, but you feel you cannot split your resources? We'd be much less effective. I think our efforts are better grouped. Well, which should we do? You're going to pull a Simon and think about it, right? Yes, please wait for me to consider all the factors involved. Thank you for not doing a... I had to stop reading that book. The author kept using words completely wrong. You said that, and we had an argument about it in the Discord way back, and or on the Umineko streams, I forget which one. And I just strongly disagreed with every example you gave. I remember that you actually... That was a different complaint? Was it? Okay. Well, I just remember that I distinctly disagreed with the take you had back then. Most definitely was that one. I also remember you saying it was different words being used wrong. That is what I remember it being. But given that my memory is fallible, I like to take people at their word when they say something else. Sirant has been flourishing with your help, so I hope you can protect all that you've built. Sadly, many of our workers are still trying to repair the damage from past conflicts, such as the Erosion War. So our resources are a bit limited. Your investment in our infrastructure will make a huge impact on our ability to endure the aftermath. Intriguing. Intriguing. The new Unionist Party is very supportive, but are they strong enough to defend us at a time like this? Bro faced some hardships and returned transformed. Lol. Whomst? Simon? This is not Simon, I'm afraid to say. I would love for Simon to turn into a, like, hot dog girl, though. That would be a plot progression that, like, I would get behind. I would like to ask you a question. Do you think it would be unreasonable to ask for Sabbatha to assist us? Or is my patriotism clouding my judgment? I'm just responding to the title. Very fair. No, we went through the Hell Dungeon. And it took 7 hours. And then and now my character still isn't out of the Hell Dungeon, even though we as the player are out of the Hell Dungeon, and I have to sort out a bunch of shit on the side. And I'm waiting for the triumphant fucking return. I.e. the transformation, and it just hasn't happened yet. I've put the title assuming that's what the stream was gonna be, and that's not what it's gonna be. It's true that there isn't an immediate emergency, but Serantia also seems more likely to collapse than other nations. Problem is, we don't know how desperate the other situations are. In that case, I think we can at least ask her. Sabbatha, can you hear us? I can hear you, but I must consume enemy object for mammal friend. There are many. Then the option is not even available to us. Okay. So, I know this sounds bad. I think the rape might be worth it. Hear me out. Hear me out. It seemed that they had it under control. Like, I can't be the only one that felt like they had it under control. I think we want to keep the option open at the cost of a rape. Now, That might be a crazy thing to say. But I unironically thought the conclusion of this was pretty okay. So, Paulina, the final bit of dialogue you had was positive in a way where maybe you come out of this empowered in some manner of speaking. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one. It just feels really bad to say. You feel me? It is my stated position, but it feels really not good to say. Cradbim, I swear this isn't me, okay? The game made me say this. Yeah, they are saving themselves. That's kind of like the main point, I suppose. Okay, well, I'm just gonna speedrun all the dialogue we did here. With all these, because I don't think we made any decisions here yet. Then why did you come over here to talk to me? I'm sorry, I wanted to spend time with you, bestie. Wow. My words are deteriorating at the same at like half the speed that my brain is. Crazy that you were walking down there. All the way down there. Okay, we've caught back up. And it only cost us a rape or two. Let's see what they have to say now. I would like to ask you a question. Do you think it would be unreasonable to ask for Sabbath to assist us? Or is my patriotism clouding my judgment? It's true that there isn't an immediate emergency, but Serantia also seems more likely to collapse than other nations. Problem is, we don't know how desperate the other situations are. In that case, I think we can at least ask her. Sabitha, can you hear us? I have not yet been summoned. If you wish for me to help there, I can do so. Wondrous, we'll contact you again once we've decided. Not willing to commit? I believe we should first consider our available resources. Let's do everything else we can to help. So, we are far from done with this. I'm going to assume there's at least like 2 more parties. My guess is 3 more parties of characters. I would guess 5 total parties. And my assumption is we can only send Sabitha out once. New Givini is going to be way more fucked than Serantia because of how we played the airship segment. And New Givini is a pretty major investment for us, even though we fucked it up with the use of the Doom King presence. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm here. Who do you want me to eat? There are lots of enemy orcs and succubi on the western coast for you to eat. Forgive me, but you can tell the difference between native Serantians and other mammals. You are one of that said word mammal, yes? I am, but not all Serantians look like me. Close enough, I will provide support and attempt to do so without causing chaos. Okay. Not interested right now, but good to know. I think keeping that in reserve still seems like the play. Neither one of these seem... once again, feels really bad to say, but neither one of them seem that extreme. But now Hester hates us. I can live with that, because I despise Hester. So... Repair the damage, resources are limited. I think if we sent in Sabifa, we could do assist farmland. But if we don't send in Sabifa, we do assist defenses, is how I'm doing this. And I'm starting with assist defenses. Did we undo the rape? We did undo the rape. Or rather, no, we redid the rape. Yeah, we undid the rape. Can you stop asking questions like this? I feel like you're setting me up. Alright, we'll throw all our mana into helping the army mages. This may be a simple aftermath for many nations, but I feel like this moment will help define the future of Serantia. Uh-oh. Winner's pledged her support to the defenses, which desperately need the help. We're gonna make... Or, well, we're gonna load right before the win choice, and then we're gonna save here as a long-term save. And then we do the same choice we did. We've done what we can, but I'm afraid that not enough of the major factors are on our side. We're working in the margins. Curious what happens if I send Sabifa here. As a whole, I'm relieved to see that Serantia has sufficient support to retain stability. What happens if... How much happier is she if I do send Sabifa? Is she like, we saved the world! Everything is perfect! Wow! Some of the furred mammals believe me to be one of them because they also have horns. Curious. Let's save the hoe. Serantia faces serious opposition, but we do have some significant advantages. We've asked Sabifa to assist, and she should be a substantial help to our nation. As a whole, I'm relieved to see that Serantia has sufficient support to retain stability. This to me reads like we didn't hit the next breakpoint. So Sabifa is fucking worthless and should go die in a ditch. Feel me? Feel me? I feel like Sabifa should go die in a ditch, and we're perfectly fine just doing it this way. If you've done what you can here, and she wouldn't even be mad for me saying it, because she doesn't understand sarcasm and, like, animosity or anything. Like, she's just too autistic, you know? I say that as an I should really stop leaning into my, like, ignorant, evil persona that I play up every now and then. Or should I? She reminded you to hydrate and you condemn her to death. The problem is she can't even, like, feel anything, right? Like, she doesn't really have emotions, so I don't think that meant anything to her. Perhaps so. There's little enough we can... Wait, I'm getting a message. And if they work to push through the interference, it must be important. It's the Arden group. They want help for some kind of final push they couldn't explain. Probably not safe, given everyone who could be listening in. So, are we going? No. Serantia needs us now, and we cannot abandon it. We can't just leave them without help. Would Serantia be able to send moral or political support? I worry about whether that would weaken our work here, but if you think it's important, we can send support. I can do either one, but you need to decide quickly. So, I've taken a new meaning to this. Sabitha, you don't make me hit a new breakpoint. But what you do is mean I retain the breakpoint despite sending support, which is arguably just as good. See, I have the ability to see the point system behind everything, so I am keeping track of all the values. I know that gave me a +5 to Cyrantian defense, Cyrantian restoration, I mean, sorry, I wasn't looking at the value right now. So I know that I have enough points to send the push to the Arden group, you know? The work being done in Ardaheim is essential to the entire world. We must attempt to send whatever help we can. Message sent. Let's finish up our work and see if we can't arrive in time to help. Interesting. Well, I'm glad I made a save. Let's keep going and get more information. If I feel like Sabitha is needed elsewhere, I'll use her elsewhere. Aren't I a good master? Making sure she's as useful as possible. Going so far as to rewind time to do so. She must be very happy to know me. Let's finish up our work and see if we can't arrive in time to help. The situation seems rather dire. We should hurry. I can only hope that the others are feeling less overwhelmed. Well, this is not what I planned. Is everyone alright? Don't worry, I'm okay. I exist. I'm a real character. Did you know that if you did the brainwash route, I'd go, I'm okay. Let us proceed. But instead, I go, don't worry, I'm okay. Because I have a personality, because I'm not brainwashed. I'm a real character! It looks like it's just the three of us, and we're in the Elven forests. What's the plan? Some of Fucko's troops were headed in this direction, but we should have teleported ahead of them. Kill the pointy ears! Oh no! There's an enemy! Lesser Blood Brute and Lesser Blood Mage. Riola sucks as a character because she doesn't have an instant gain, like, infinite resources button like a bunch of other characters have. It's messed up. Oh. Good shit. You don't do jack shit. And if you did neither, I wouldn't be here. What? Are you only watching me because I'm doing... I have her? What are you, a fucking simp? Parentheses derogatory with all caps. The bulk of the troops are trivial to us, but they could cause serious trouble for the locals. We might be able to take anyone we face, but how thin will we be spread? Oh, I thought you were doing it, like, as yourself, not in character. In character, that's true. It might not... I forgot that you could miss her before they patched it. It might not matter. Brace yourself, but don't attack. You have no right to be here, invaders! Mother of the Elves, please, we only want to help. I recognize that you are not here to kill, but you seek to gain control. We don't need your help. The Mother's Guard is more than capable of dealing with these brutes. Very well, we'll stay away from the fronts, but immense magics have moved over Arkland, and even now, great forces do battle within the tower. Random thought, but God, I was so correct about Hester being the fucking bad guy. Someone go back and give me the clip of me first conspiracy theorying about Hester. I spent so long talking myself into Hester being the villain, and I was so fucking right. We could give you information to protect your people, if you allow us. Can you really say that none of them will suffer if you cast us out? I will permit you to teleport to where my children organize our defenses, but if you seek to gain control, you will be punished. Thank you. We'll do everything we can to help. Like longsword style level bad. Don't know the reference except maybe like Berserk, but you know, it is what it is. I thought she was pretty obviously a bad guy, or the author forgets about them with that design. Munch, you can't let me have fucking anything. Okay, I've pulled in the rest of you to help us through this. We should have everyone we need. We're still short on fighters, but you're not talking about us, are you? Super Saiyan 9K creator on YouTube. You got to understand when you're making a niche reference. If I make a Dragon Ball abridged reference, that's a niche reference that I can't expect people to know. This is significantly more niche than that. But it's still it is big enough that the odds were decent that I would know it. So really, the coin landed on the wrong side. Because like I do know about a bunch of Dragon Ball related stuff. So 2.5 million subs means that like yeah, it's not like a 0% odds that I would get that one. So you're excused for now. I don't know why I'm grading you like it's a fucking school assignment, but I take my references very seriously. I don't know if it's for the best, but we should respect the mother's wishes and help in other ways. I confess, I didn't expect to find myself participating. I'll do whatever I can. Screen cap this and just use it as like a synopsis for the character, because you've done fuck all. It's going to be tricky to exert influence without getting the mother all pissed at us. Don't worry, we'll help you navigate everything. Okay, when you said that, Linine, terror welled up in me. But when I clicked to the next frame and Aurelicy was there, the calm flooded back in, and a little bit of Schadenfreude just like spawned in me, because I know that that's the emotion that she's eliciting in everyone around her. And then I got a little horny as well, but like, not relevant. Whatever else we are, in this case it's most relevant that we're local elves. But I'm not. I don't even know where to find the elven leadership. We should check the Western Palace. Queen Diria of Gelderon used to summer next to the border when tensions were lower. So obviously wanted to avoid being too crass. Above, in this game, we have a succubi who says that she's gonna put a sword so far up your ass that you don't enjoy it anymore. I think you're fine. Notably, it's one of the best defended palaces. Underground and reinforced by allegedly divine trees. But I think I saw a delegation from Dargelon here too. Queen Atria must be cooperating. Okay, so this is the segment where Simon comes back and fucks both of them, and then we win. And then we fuck the mother too. Right? Like, from this spot, we get Simon back. He goes and fucks the mother, and then the 2 Elven Queens goes, "Oh my god, Simon, you're so hot and cool!" And then we fuck them too, and then it's GG and we win, right? Oh, and obviously while we're in the prison, somehow we get our power back and fuck Celica as well, because I know that he's saying that he's gonna go mad, but what's really happening is that he's leveling... Like, you need to understand, those mobs gave experience when we killed them, while we were in the prison. So, they might be thinking that they're there to make him go mad, but if he's sufficiently strong enough, they don't get a turn anymore. He's got AoE, and he outspeeds all of them. And I don't even know if it costs mana to use the AoE ability. It might be like 5 mana to do it, or 10 mana. In any case, he can probably kill like an infinite amount of them, and then just level up significantly. So really, he's gonna be out of the prison pretty soon. Was it real experience, though? Yeah. It was real to me. And I'm the only one that matters. Perhaps the mother is forcing them to work together. Whatever the situation, let's move forward and not ruffle feathers. Ooh, cool area. Can't wait to get the... Can't wait to get the spot where I can use Sabifa, and it's gonna be like, everyone will die if you don't use Sabifa! Not a soul will survive! Please, please save us! And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go back. I guess I'll redo it. I don't like you passing through the defenses so much, but I suppose there's no alternative. Crazy that I can just walk out. Not even the enemy elites will get past the mother's guard. I am the enemy elites. Queen Deria is under a lot of stress. You'd better not disturb her. Coordinating forest fire relief under adversarial conditions is a difficult balance. Focus on the fires and the enemy will spread more, but ignoring the fires will lead to them growing out of control before you can be victorious. Do you need any assistance? Thank you, but no. We're working on larger scale rain spells that should handle things in the end. But if you could reduce the number of attackers and keep Dargelon from falling apart, that will make our job a lot easier. Aurelicy. Of all the advisors and diplomats, you're the only one I actually wanted to see. Lunin in the corner like, fuck me, I guess. Fuck did I do? It would be so insanely fucking funny. Like a top 10 comedy moments in this game. If the other queen also goes, Aurelicy, you're the only elf I wanted to see. That would be so fucking funny. I hope they do that. There's no way they're gonna do a balance and Lunin is gonna be the advisor of the other side, but it would be so hilarious. Oh, what did I do to deserve such praise, Queen Deria? Speak truthfully. Is this the moment that the Doom King forcibly breaks our exile and takes control? What? You really think that's where this is heading? I may not have evidence, but don't dismiss my suspicions. Every war, his control grows. My queen, I assure you that this war was in no way premeditated. Quite the opposite. So many things have gone wrong, and the Doom King might even have lost one of his most trusted lieutenants. No, we wanted no part in this. So you expect me to believe that your presence is really for the good of Geldaron? No, it's for the good of Arkland. I'll not lie to you and say that the Doom King is an altruist, but it's in everyone's best interest to limit this instability. But you're here with requests, no doubt. Absolutely. The Doom King will conflict with you insofar so as he believes your position... I might be crashing out, chat. We might be reaching the limit of my reading comprehension. After a 12-hour shift and 3-hour stream, we might be reaching the end. Attempt number 2. Absolutely. The Doom King will conflict with you insofar as he believes you position Geldaron against the good of the continent. Our highest concern is ensuring your cooperation with Dargelon, otherwise the fires may spread. Beyond that, we primarily want Geldaron as a balance to Aram, just as it has been in the past. Of course, we wouldn't refuse further trade relationships with Yihelin. I can always count on your analysis of everyone's self-interest. So be it. Reliar or Illicy. We will do our best to put this matter behind us. We're not finishing the whole sequence today. Is this a good stopping point? Or rather, is there a better stopping point within, like... I say an hour optimistically, but probably half an hour realistically. Above, are you willing to take that back on the assumption that I only stream 1 more hour? Probably not. Yeah. You're saying we, like 2, maybe at current rate? You can try to finish Elves. Above, you say we, like... my endurance is tied to everyone else's. It's weird, because I dislike this, or I don't dislike it. It's more of a reality of streaming, where the worst problem with streaming is when, or at least when you're a small streamer, it probably has a different dynamic when you're a bigger streamer, but what happens is the chat engagement and the general like vibes of participation in the stream tends to go up throughout the stream until like the end. So whenever I end a stream 3 hours in like this, I really don't want to, because it's now we have like the most engagement, I feel, at least in general, unless, you know, people go to sleep, etc. But I think Elves are longer than all previous countries on their own, though. Okay, that's... I will end it here then. But it always feels bad to end when I feel like engagement is high, because that's when I enjoy streaming the most. So it's more of a question of, I think I'm crashing out because I'm too tired. I think we have hit the end where I can't really do a longer stream than this if I don't like take a nap either at work or after work, which I haven't done today. So I've been at work for 12 hours and got a 3-hour stream in. We second person the royal we. Okay. Above, You're a person after my own heart, and we respect you like an adequate amount, like a reasonable, not too much, not too little amount. But yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. As for one thing I want to do more when I end streams, and I think I want to make a habit out of, I want to talk a little bit about impressions so far. I think he's back to above, huh? He's had a bad week, okay? He's above until he fucks up again. What I was gonna say is, my thoughts on this is, I'm very excited for where the plot is going, because the I mentioned this very, very briefly before, that I felt that in the middle of chapter 4, when Robin did the whole, like, power of friendship, I'm outing that I have a relationship with my father, let's do the barrier against the fucklord. After that point, until the prison, not until the entire, not all the way to the prison, but for a large part of chapter 4, I'll say all the way to the conference. I think the conference was the turning point, where I felt like my investment in the story was going up rather than down. I think after the conference, the story has gotten a lot more interesting. And where we are now, the fact that the Tanarek is out of the picture is a huge boon, because he was so clearly not the endgame threat, and he as a character was so uninteresting that I won't say he dragged the story down, but he felt like a checkpoint character, not like a real character I cared about. I think now that every time I start the stream, I'm looking forward to where is the story going next, which is a feeling I didn't have for large parts of chapter 4. So I'm very, very excited for the future. I think the game has set up the potential for an incredibly strong ending. And we're very far away from that, but there was a period where I was afraid that it wasn't going to hold stick the landing. And it's got my trust again in a way that I think it was about to lose at some point. So yeah, I'm excited. I think what happened this stream is interesting gameplay-wise, but story-wise, it's pretty small setup. Though the Paulina dialogue was really, really good. The fight versus Dipshit McGee, i.e. Tanarak, very, very good. The fact that Hester stepped in and just one-tapped him sets the stakes for how powerful she is. The fact that the Anak doesn't fuck with her even when she was, distracted, also a really good sign. I'm invested in both of the villain factions, which is really rare. And I'm also invested in a lot of the side characters we haven't gotten to interact with yet that I feel are going to become more relevant, like the various goddesses. Ivala, for example. I'm pretty sure that in the process of beating Hester and the Anak, we are going to rescue Ivala. That feels like a given in this plot. And I am very invested in all of the characters that are left, basically. Any predictions about the Anak-Hester conflict? Hester, to me, is set up to lose. But it's a very soft foreshadowing. It's not strong enough for me to give that like a high odds. I won't say she's gonna lose there. Or rather, I think she'll come out with less positive gains than the Anak will from everything happening right now. I don't think she'll lose, but I think she won't gain as much as she wants. I also think if I had to give an order that we are going to tackle them in, I would say it's likelier that we do Hester first before the Anak. The Anak, the type of power play is doing feels like I'm scaling and I'm getting stronger and stronger. And Hester is doing the classic I'm trying to stop it and she's going to fail. Is kind of how I'm imagining this will go. But I'll put it this way. I don't see a universe where the Anak takes significant losses from this. But I don't know how much I believe in Hester also taking big losses. In terms of the long-term conflict, I don't think they're going to resolve it because I think we are going to step in with Simon and absolutely blow... we're gonna step in, blow one faction out when they're weak from after their own conflict, and then we're going to blow the other faction out. We're just gonna walk in and one-tap them, one after the other. Not quite that convincingly, but I think that it's unlikely we do them both at the same time. And if I had to pick an order, I would say Hester into Anak is my guess. I do think Alanon is related to it. I think Alanon is definitely related to Hester in one way or another. And I think there are still factions, minor factions at least, that we don't know about. So there's still a lot left. I also think one thing that I definitely assume is gonna happen is that the Incubus items are gonna come into clutch here. Why do I only have 4? Oh, because the 5th one is with Simon. Since we have all of them now, I think all 5 are gonna get used for something, and that's gonna be part of a... Maybe a super boss, maybe a post-game thing, maybe... Well, it probably will be related to the final dungeon, for sure. Which, actually, I'm tired. Now that I say that out loud, when I read that there was another dungeon, they did say where you get the final hair, remember, I think. Loves YouTube spoilers. Guy who posts on YouTube. Guy who replies on YouTube. Once again, thing you should probably put at the bottom in spoilers. But... I don't know if you said it earlier, and that's why you said it again. and I've just forgotten it because this game is very long. But I'm pretty sure that this is final harem character, whatever. Don't confirm or deny that. But this is gonna be used some way. But yeah, Order definitely Hester first and then Anak second. And I think either their fight is gonna be inconclusive, leave both of them weakened, or Anak is going to win, come out on top. That's where I'm at with the story right now. I want to do like a recap like this at the end of most streams, because I think that's one of those things that I would value as a viewer. I think it's cool to get like the streamer's opinion on what's going on in a more condensed way. And I think doing a recap at the end of each stream is either at the end or at the start, or both, is a good way to do it. So going forward, I'm going to do this type of recap, and yeah, we'll see. Good night. Have a good one, nerds. Bye.